What's up, everyone? I'm going to try something different for this video. This is going to be a little bit of a training vlog. So it'll be kind of a video of one of the exercises I'm doing, and then it'll move over to me kind of talking about the exercise. Then, I guess kind of repeat throughout the workout. And then I'll just at the end, I'll discuss the whole workout. And we'll see how that goes. So first up, we've got tricep extensions. It'll be rope push down for this first movement, and that's because today is arm day. With any of the tricep rope movements that I do, I try to keep the knobs, because I can bring with it. I try to keep these things separate for the whole movement. So I try not to press them together for my tricep extension. That way I'm able to kind of more pull out like this way with the tricep. There's nothing inherently wrong with keeping those two knobs together and then pushing kind of like, I don't know, sort of like a tape press sort of thing. It's just kind of how I like to activate the tricep, keeping them separate for as many reps as I can. You might be able to tell in the video if you rewind back that it was up until about rep 15 roughly that I was able to maintain that. And then for the remaining 5-ish, I had those pressed back together to be able to complete the reps. So that's one thing that you might notice from my training. So next movement I have coming up is seated incline curls with dumbbells. I like this exercise primarily because it allows me to have my arms in a little bit more of a lengthened state. Being a biarticulate muscle, I'm able to train the curls at just slightly longer muscle length. So you'll see what I mean. Anyway, this is my second movement today, and this is one I really enjoy. I do it for relatively lighter weights, even whenever I do it for a little bit higher rep range. We just went through a superset, which was close grip bench and overhead rope tricep extensions. This is just as programmed by Cliff. I did substitute one of the original exercises, the overhead tricep extension. I just love that exercise. The overhead tricep extension is what I love. Training the tricep at a lengthened, longer muscle length. I don't know why I keep stumbling over that. Yeah, but at a longer muscle length. That way I can get a little bit more stimulative training potentially. That's at least the assumption that we make. And that's just for the long head of the tricep, but apparently on all heads of the tricep you can get a little bit more of a hypertrophy stimulus from the lengthened position in the overhead for the tricep extension with the rope. Not that I'm really getting much actual hypertrophy, because it's probably just the stimulus right now is really just ideally well, ideally I'm building muscle, but more likely the magnitude of that stimulus is just helping me retain more muscle rather than trying to build more right now. But anyway, and then the close grip bench, just a phenomenal tricep and chest exercise in general. And I always keep close grip in because it's just spectacular. Yeah, you can actually see where, how I mentioned earlier that I keep the knobs at the end of the tricep rope separated for as many reps as I can. And you can clearly see when I am no longer physically able to do that, and then I use holding them together to finish off the set. Yeah, I'm just fatigued as shit, so that's what I needed to do to get the number of reps I wanted to. Can I stop the set at the point where the reps need to change for me to complete them? Yes. I think it would be probably fine. But I like to do a little bit more reps, just a little bit more after that. So I consider that maybe an intensity technique, or that's my excuse for just changing the technique to finish off the set. But it is what it is. I'm not worried about it. I don't think it makes a big difference either way. Next up, hammer curls. I like hammer curls just because I really like the separation that I get when I'm really lean, and I have the bicep separated by the brachialis and brachioradialis. I think that the neutral grip for hammer curl is pretty nice for developing those two other bicep muscles, or hip, not bicep muscles, but the other two arm flexors. So, and those are the ones that sit underneath. So you can see the bicep there, and then kind of in between the tricep there and the bicep, there is the brachialis and the brachioradialis, and so that's why I enjoy doing hammer curls. I generally almost always keep some sort of neutral grip curl in my program. Hammers are just usually it. Sometimes I'll use my Swiss bar instead. But yeah, that's what I got. That's what's up next. Let's check it out. This is actually my first time using the arm blaster thing that I got. I mean, first time in like 10 years. I used it a fair amount when I first started out for like general bro bodybuilding stuff, but I don't know. I just wanted to give it a legitimate try this off season. Obviously, I'm still in season right now, but I wanted to get used to it. But yeah, I really like how it feels. I consider doing like against the wall curls to keep my tricep or to keep my elbows from tracking too much, but I was just like, whatever, I'll just get the arm blaster, make it work. Anyway, I really like how it feels. I'm getting a really good pump out of it, which is nice. For me, biceps are just one thing that I hate training. I don't like going to failure. I don't like getting close to failure. I just hate training biceps, but honestly, I just gotta do it. So, if I find something I don't hate, it's a victory.